Hi, hello my dear children. I hope all of you are staying safe. In this session we are going to continue chapter 2 polynomials, and we are going to do sums under relationship between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. Already we have done 2 sums, and now we are going to do sum number 3. The given polynomial is p of x is equal to 6x square minus 3x minus 7x. Now see children, it is not in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. Here the constant term comes in the middle. So first you have to arrange them in order. So what is the order? Ax squared, that is instead of ax squared, 6x squared. The next is what? Bx. Instead of bx, what do you have? Minus 7x. Then what? Minus 3. Okay, what is the question? Find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomial and verify the relationship between the zeros and coefficients. So first we have to find the zeros, and then we have to find the relationship between, verify the relationship between the zeros and coefficients. So how to find the zeros of these quadratic polynomials? You have to find the zeros by factorization method. So what is factorization method? You have to split the middle term, that is the term with x. Okay, so the coefficient of this is minus 7. So what are the two conditions? One condition is if you add, you have to get minus 7. Sum should be minus 7, and product of a and c should be what? 6 3s are minus 18. Okay, so the product is what? You should get minus 18. And when you add, what is the sum? You have to get what? Minus 7. So the middle term represents the sum of the two parts, and the product of a and c represent the product of the two split-ups. Okay, so now after this, you know what do you know? When the product is negative, the two numbers, the two parts should have different sign. Okay, so it may be, how to do it? Whenever you are selecting two numbers, one number should be big number, the other one should be small number. So here the sum, see the sum is negative. Therefore, the big number should be negative and the small number should be positive. Okay, and whenever after finding the two numbers, what should you do? You have to find the numbers in such a way, when you add, you have to get minus 7. So since they have different signs, you have to subtract and check. Okay, so now let us write the factors of 18. First is what? It comes, 1 is the factor of 18. So let us write 1 into 18. Now, if you subtract 18 minus 1, that is 17. Have you understood why are we subtracting? Whenever the product is negative, you have to subtract. Whenever the product is positive, you have to add. Okay, why are we subtracting? Because the two numbers have different signs. The next, so we don't want this. So we'll move to the others. What is that? It comes in two table. So 18 is equal to 2 is a factor. 2 into 9. Now big number is 9. 9 minus 2, what do you get? 7. So we want this one. Those for the splitters are 9 and 2. So what is 9? Minus 9 and plus 2. Okay, then only when you add, so minus 9 and plus 2. So when you add, you are getting 9 minus 2, 7. 9 2s are 18. Okay, children. So after finding these split ups, what should you do? We have to rewrite this. We have to rewrite this 7x as minus 9x. This is the second step. First step is what? You have to find that. This is the first step for factorizing a quadratic polynomial. And now we are going to rewrite this as a second step. How? 6 6x squared minus 9x plus 2x. So this 7x is written as what? This minus 9x plus 2x. Then minus 3. This is the second step. Have you understood? First step is finding the split terms. This is the second step. Okay, now next is the third step. What is the third step? Now you have to group them into two twos. You arrange them in two groups. Okay, so that first group contains the first two terms and the second group contains the second two terms. That is the next two terms. Now, what are you going to do? This is the third step. Grouping is the third step. After that, what should you do? You have to factorize these two. What is the meaning of factorize? You are going to write these two terms, 6x squared minus 9x, as a product of two terms. That is the meaning of factorizing 6x squared minus 9x. Have you understood? So, what should you do? For factorizing this, you have to select the HCF of 6x squared and minus 9x. In other words, the common factor of the two algebraic terms. Okay, so for finding the common factor, first you find the common factor of the constant. What is the constants here? 6 and 9. Okay, so 6 and 9, when you take 6 and 9, both come in which table? 3 table. So 3 is the common factor of 6 and 9. So you write the first constant common factor is what? 3. Then you move to the variables. Okay, so when you are moving to the variables, here it is x squared, here x. So what is the HCF? The least power of the common factor, isn't it, children? So here x is the common factor, but before the HCF or what you have to select, you have to take the least power x. Because x squared is what? X into x. So x is only x. So you can select only this as the common factor. So you have selected the common factor of these two algebraic terms as 3x. Okay. Now you write the bracket. Open the bracket. So now you have taken this outside means what? You have to divide the two terms by 3x. Then only you will get the other factor. Okay. Suppose you are 6 you have taken 3, 2 is the one factor. So to find the other number, what should you do? You will divide the 6 by 2. What do you get? This 3. The same way. Have you understood, children? So here you have to divide. So when you divide 6 by 3, you will get 2. And x squared by x. When you divide x squared by x, what? This x and this x will get cancelled, only x will be there. So 6x squared is what? 3x into 2x. So 2x is left here. Next you write minus. Then 3 goes how many times? 3 times. And x, when you divide 9x by 3x, x and x cancel 9 3 times. So only 3 is left over. Now whatever sign is left here, you write the sign as it is. Plus. Okay, now you take 2x and minus 3. 2 and 3 have no common factor. Both come only in one table. So these two are co-prime numbers. So you take 1. And here x, here no x. So x is not a common factor. So you have to write only 1. And if you divide any number by 1, the answer will be the same. So 2x minus 3. And is it clear, children? So this is the fourth step. Okay. So this is the fourth step. Okay. And now let us factorize this. That means what? This here also you have 2x minus 3. Here also you have 2x minus 3. Here and here. So what you have to take? do, you have to take this 2x minus 3 as a common factor. So 2x minus 3 into, so you have taken this outside. So what will be left over here? 3x. You have taken out means what, children? 3x into 2x minus 3, two factors. They are taking this as the common factor means, so to get the other factor, what should you do? You divide. So 3x is left. Now whatever symbol you have, write plus. And now here only 2x minus 3. So you are taking that 2x minus 3. So to find the other factor, you have to what? Divide. So what is left? Only 1 is left. So now this is the last step. What we have got the required step. What is the required one? We have, this is the 5th step. Is it clear, children? So now we have returned this given polynomial as a product of two linear polynomials. Why it is a linear polynomial? Because the degree is 1. So now we have got this. I think you may have understood this 2 steps, because children in CBSE these 2 steps are very important. Okay, and that's why I am explaining this clearly with this. Okay, so don't get confused these 2 steps. If you do the sum with this step only, it is correct. When they are correcting in the examination, they will expect these 2 steps. Suppose in a hurry, you are not able to do this step. So at that time, you go for the alternate method. Sometimes they may consider that also. But this step is very, very important. Without writing this step, if you write the zeros, no mark. Mark will be reduced. Okay. So now, what is the other thing? Okay. So you don't want to do this step. You are getting confused again and again. So what to do? The alternate method for this. Okay. So what are the numbers you got? 9 and minus 2. Okay. So what is the first thing? 6x squared is the ax squared. So you just write 6x. Okay. And what is the sign of this? Minus 9 into. Again you write 6x plus 2. You do this in the rough column. And then when you take 6 and 9, what is the common factor? 3. So divide by 3 and divide by 3. So what do you have? 2x minus 3. And now if you take 6 and 2, what is the common factor? 2. So what do you get? 3 times 3x plus 1. Okay, children? So instead of writing these 2 steps, you can straight away write this step. But which is the best? You write doing the sum with these 2 steps is the best. Okay. Suppose you have no time, you are getting confused, because in the examination the mind may be confused. If you are not getting answer for one sum, then you will be getting confused. Okay, you will be in a hurry. So at that time you can use this. Is it clear, children? So you should have a clear idea of this factorization method. It will help you in quadratic equations also. Okay, there you are equating to 0 because it is an equation. Here you are not equating to 0 because it is only a polynomial. Have you understood, children? So you should have a clear idea about this factorization. Now let us move to the zeros. Okay, so now second part is what you have to find the zeros. So 6x, not 6x, 2x, the first factor is 2x minus 3 equal to 0, or 3x plus 1 should be equal to 0 for what? To make P of x equal to 0. Okay, any one factor should be 0, then only P of x will become 0. So if 2x minus 3 is 0, what will you have? X is equal to minus 3 by 2. What minus? Plus 3. When you bring minus 3 to the other side, it will be plus 3 by 2. Okay, when 3x plus 1 is equal to 0, x will be equal to, when you bring this here, minus 1 divided by 3. Okay, so x is equal to 3 by 2 or minus 1 by 3 are the zeros of the polynomial. So you can write the zeros are alpha is equal to 3 by 2 and beta is equal to minus 1 by 3. Is it clear, children? So the first part is over. Now we will move to the second part. What is the second part? Verification of the zeros and the coefficients, the relationship. Verification of the relationship. Okay. So, for verification, let us write the coefficients of the given polynomial. So, P of x is what? 6x squared minus 7x plus 3. Okay. So, now what is the coefficient of x squared? That is a is equal to 6. Then b is equal to minus 7. C is equal to minus 3. Okay. Now alpha is equal to 3 by 2 and beta is equal to minus 1 by 3. Okay, so first one, sum of the zeros. Is equal to what? Alpha is 3 by 2 and beta is minus 1 by 3. Now 3 and 2 are co-prime numbers. So the LCM is what? 6. Okay. So now since 3 and 2 are co-prime numbers, 6 is the LCM. So cross multiply. 9 minus 2. That is equal to 9 minus 2, 7 by 6. Okay. Now let us find coefficient of minus coefficient of x. That is equal to, what is minus coefficient of x? Divided by coefficient of x squared. So what is equal to, this is what? Minus coefficient of x is minus of minus 7 by a. That is x squared. Is what? 6. That is equal to 7 by 6. This is equal to what? Minus of b by a. So from 1, name this as 1, name this as 2. From 1 and 2, alpha plus beta, that is sum of the zeros, is equal to minus b by a. We have verified this relation. Next verification is what? You have to find product of zeros. Product of zeros is what? Alpha is 3 by 2. Into minus 1 by 3. 3 and 3 gets cancelled. So minus 1 by 2. Okay, now let us find coefficient of next is what? Constant term. Divided by that is equal to, what is the constant term we have? Minus 3. A is equal to 6. So what do you have? Minus 1 by 2. So name this as 3. Name this as 4. Okay. So this is what? Alpha beta is equal to minus what? What do you have? Not minus. Constant term C by A. Okay, so we have proved the first relation what? Sum of the zeros is equal to minus coefficient of x by coefficient of x squared, and product of the zeros is equal to constant term by the coefficient of x squared. So both statements we have proved. Therefore, you write the answer as hence verified. So we have verified both properties. Okay, children, I think you may have understood this. If you have any doubt, you write in the comment box. I am ready to clarify your doubts. Take care of your health. Thank you, children. God bless you all.